Hello everybody, I am Jedi Jack Penguin, and today I'm bringing you my 2020 LEGO Harry Potter collection video. So right in front of us we have one polybag, one promo set, one minifigure pack, one Brickheadz set, one D2C, one minifig series, and 7 individual sets that released last year in 2020. In this video I will be looking at everything in great detail. The one polybag that we got within this wave is set number 30420, Harry Potter and Hedwig Owl Delivery. This polybag includes 31 pieces, one minifigure of Harry Potter, and would retail for $4.99, where it would be available at Walmart stores if you didn't get it as a gift with purchase back in September when spending $40 or more on LEGO Harry Potter products from the LEGO store. Get your regular stuff off the side, main animated picture of the set from the front, very back of the polybag if you're interested in that, has your regular stuff as well. Another promo set that we got is set number 30628, Monster Book of Monsters. This set includes 319 pieces and one minifigure of Draco Malfoy. This particular promo has a value of $20, where it was originally found at some Legoland Discovery Centers. Later on, this set became a gift with purchase from Barnes & Noble in the US, where it was available on Black Friday when spending $75 or more on LEGO Harry Potter products. And at that time, it was only available online, but later it became available in certain stores, where it was also available to purchase separately. In addition, if that wasn't enough ways to get this set, this promo was also available back on January 1st of this year 2021 when spending $75 or more from LEGO stores or LEGO Shop at Home. Overall, the box design is what you expect for a LEGO Harry Potter set. It is just a smaller box size, and I just think it's really crazy that they do use like that polybag type numbering for this promo set right here. Was really unexpected, this particular set, when it actually got announced. And overall, it's a very interesting build, and I'm very happy to have it in my collection. For our very first Harry Potter minifigure pack, we have set number 40419, Hogwarts Students Accessory Set. This set includes 53 pieces and minifigures of Harry Potter, Cho Chang, Hannah Abbott, and Draco Malfoy. This set released back in June for $14.99. For the design of the box, we do get your regular minifigure pack box that we've gotten in the past right there, with the big bauble on the front with the minifigure, and then what you get in here is off to the side. We also do get Wizarding World Lego, LEGO Harry Potter Lego, and your regular stuff over there. Very back, you can take a look, you get your barcode, and then another highlight of the characters who are included. For our first regular retail set, we have set number 75966, Hogwarts Room of Requirement. This set includes 193 pieces, minifigures of Harry Potter, Hermione Granger, and Luna Lovegood. This set came out back in August and retailed for $19.99 in the US. Looking at the box design, we have the most recent rendition of the Harry Potter box art, where we have a more animated look to the very front of the box, in addition to having your main characters at the top, LEGO Harry Potter logo, and then your characters. And also I did want to note that this is the European style box art. I did get a bunch of the European style box art compared to the American ones that I would normally get, just because I tried to get these sets a little early to review. And then from the very back you do get the push tab, which should be the same in the US variant of the box. The next regular retail set is set number 75967, Forbidden Forest Umbridge's Encounter. This set includes 253 pieces and minifigures of Harry Potter, Hermione Granger, Dolores Umbridge, and 2 centaurs. In addition, you do get the big fig of Grob within the set, who is just really amazing to get in LEGO form for the very first time. This set came out back in August as well and retailed for $30 in the US. And then, like I said previously, this is the European style box art for this particular set. Very back does feature the push tabs, which I believe might also still be the same as the one that you get for the US variant, but that one might also have tape. The last European style box art that I have goes to set number 75968 for Privet Drive. This set includes 797 pieces and minifigures of Harry Potter, Ron Weasley, Dobby the House Elf, Vernon Dursley, Petunia Dursley, and Dudley Dursley. This set came out back in August and retailed for $69.99 in the US. Now, just like the previous ones, we do get a more animated style box art. You can definitely tell the more animation going on within this particular one. Like I said, European style box art, so we don't get the piece count from the front. Very back of the box, you can take a look at some of the different features and the inside of the house. Push tabs for this one, which it also has push tabs on the American one, which I just think is crazy for a $70 set right there. And that's really all that I have to say for this box. Our next regular retail set is the number 75969 Hogwarts Astronomy Tower. This set includes 971 pieces, minifigures of Harry Potter, Ron Weasley, Hermione Granger, Neville Longbottom, Luna Lovegood, Lavender Brown, Draco Malfoy, and Horace Slughorn. This set also released in August and retailed for $99.99. Box art is pretty much the same right there, just very nicely done, with the two previous Hogwarts releases right behind it. Back of the box features some of the interior details with your characters interacting. For our 1D2C within this wave, we have set number 75978, Diagon Alley. This set includes 5,544 pieces and minifigures of Harry Potter from years 1 and 2, Ron Weasley, Hermione Granger, Ginny Weasley, Draco Malfoy, Fred Weasley, George Weasley, Molly Weasley, Rubius Hagrid, Garrick Ollivander, Florian Fortescue, Gilderoy Lockhart, Lucius Malfoy, and the Daily Prophet photographer. This set came out back in September and retailed for $400. Overall, I think the box design for this set is really nice. We do have the regular side stuff parted and our minifigure selection at the bottom. We do not get our regular Lego Harry Potter box art because we also get a back view from the very top, in addition to just this very nice look at Diagon Alley, the main street view from the front, and also they do have it at a little bit of an angle just so that it does fit in pretty much most of the shops right there from the front. And then the very back of the box does show all of the shops separated, in addition to the labels of their names, and also just another front view and the back view and some other extra details. Our next set is set number 75979, Hedwig. This set includes 630 pieces, one minifigure of Harry Potter, and retailed for $39.99 in September, where it was a Barnes & Noble exclusive. Now this is definitely one of the more interesting and different Lego Harry Potter sets that we've gotten in recent years. Looking at the front of the box, this is a US variant of the box. I do really love how this model looks from the very front of the box. From the very back of the box, you can see some of the wing motions, in addition to some of the other different types of play features and measurements from the very top. Our next set is set number 75980, Attack on the Burrow. This set includes 1,047 pieces, minifigures of Harry Potter, Ron Weasley, Ginny Weasley, Molly Weasley, Arthur Weasley, Nymphadora Tonks, Fenrir Greyback, and Bellatrix Lestrange. This set came out back in August and retailed for $99.99, where it was a Target exclusive. Taking a look at the box art, we do have some more animation going on here, mostly showing off the events of the movie version of the Half-Blood Prince. You also do get another little area over here showing the interior of this set, which I just think it's a really beautiful looking set for the Burrow. Very back of the box features more play features, in addition to an overall look at the interior. And then the last of our regular retail sets, we have set number 75981, Harry Potter 2020 Advent Calendar. This set includes 335 pieces, minifigures of Harry Potter, Ron Weasley, Hermione Granger, Cho Chang, Parvati Patil, Padma Patil. This set came out in September and retailed for $39.99 in the US. Looking at the box art for this set, we do get your regular sort of advent calendar look, where it has the advent calendar name at the top, and then you also do get 24 gifts at the bottom. Choking hazards, as we do get quite a couple smaller builds within this particular set, and then you have some of the builds that you actually get just showcased on the very front of the box. The very back of the box also features an interior shot right there, in addition to more of the builds that you get, and then you can actually cut the tape from the very sides to lift down this area to reveal the actual interior of the box, which features all 24 days scattered. So if you're a normal person and you buy this advent calendar to open up till Christmas, you'll be able to have a little fun searching around for all the different days right there. Continuing the line from back in 2018, we also got another LEGO Brickhead set for the Harry Potter theme, that being set number 40412, Hagrid and Bunk Beak Brickheads. This set includes 270 pieces and has a $20 value. though this set was available as a gift with purchase from LEGO stores and LEGO Shop at Home back in September with the release of Diagon Alley. In order to get this promo, you would have to spend at least $100 on LEGO Harry Potter products, which I just think is a crazy threshold for this set as it has no exclusive prints. But either way, the box art is pretty nice, other than the fact that we do actually have a misprint on the US variant of this box where we have Buck instead of Buckbeak listed there, which is a little disappointing that nobody actually caught that error, but still overall very nice box design. You do get your characters shown from the very back, some other side looks at them. We also did get another collectible minifigures this year in 2020, that being under set number 71028, Harry Potter CMF Series 2. Unfortunately, I did not get a full actual box of this series, and the full box that I actually did get had a little rip from the very top, which I did return it with the rest of the characters that I did not open to the LEGO store in order to get some other things within another haul video. But either way, getting past that, this series does include 16 minifigures to collect compared to the previous one, which we did also get 16 Harry Potter characters in that series, but they were accompanied by the Fantastic Beast characters. So within the series, we have minifigures of Harry Potter, Ron Weasley, Hermione Granger, Ginny Weasley, Neville Longbottom, Luna Lovegood, Fred Weasley, George Weasley, Moaning Myrtle, James Potter, Lily Potter, Kingsley Shacklebolt, Pomona Sprout, Albus Dumbledore, Bellatrix Lestrange, and Griphook. One other thing that I do have to note is that this series did increase in price as of 2020, making these individual characters cost $4.99, which still is just a price that I'm not really too much of a fan of. If you guys want to get a full series of 16 characters, it would cost you about $80, and a full box of 60 packs would cost you $300 plus tax. And finally, the last thing that we have to look at is the LEGO Harry Potter Magical Treasury, a visual guide to the Wizarding World book. This book came out back in July and retailed for $21.99 in the US, and it includes one exclusive minifigure of Tom Marvolo Riddle. Now, if you guys want to see a look at this book in great detail, you guys can check out my actual review on this book where I look at every single page. So yeah, that's everything that released for the LEGO Harry Potter theme in 2020. Let's take a look at our minifigure selection that year. Here are all of the minifigures included in the 2020 waves of LEGO Harry Potter sets. Just like my previous two collection videos, I'm going to be taking a closer look at these after a small group shot. So right in front of us, we have a total of 74 minifigures. 16 of these characters are from the collectible minifigure series, 67 of them are unique to this year 2020. We also got 9 duplicates, with 6 of those 9 appearing in sets from previous years 2018 through 2019. So yeah, let's take a closer look at all of these characters. So starting off with our first collection of characters, here are all of the duplicates that we get in the 2020 wave. Only one of them is a duplicate from 2020, which is this year 5 version of Harry Potter with that casual torso look right there, which that torso piece is not exclusive to his character, which is a little disappointing, and the head is the same one from back in 2019. As for the other characters, we have seen these two right here, as well as Hagrid, all the way back in 2018, so those characters haven't changed since that point. This version of Harry came inside the polybag, also the other polybag that came out in 2018. This version of Ron, in addition to coming in for Privet Drive, also came in the Whomping Willow set. And then finally we have Harry, Ron, and Hermione all inside their Year 4 Yule Ball outfits, which we saw inside the 2020 Advent Calendar, but before that we saw them in the Hogwarts Clock Tower set. But before moving on, here's just a quick spin around of these characters, front prints, back prints of their torso pieces other than Hagrid. Of course, Hagrid uses these smaller style legs. If you guys want to see more information about these characters, you guys can of course check out my actual reviews for these sets. Also in 2020, we have quite a long line of Harry Potter minifigures ranging from year 1 all the way to year 6 over here, which I just think is really crazy. We have a bunch from year 1, these first 2 are from year 1, and then we have 2 from year 2. We have year 5, we jump a whole year to year 5, we have 3 characters there, and then year 6 we have 2. Now just taking a quick look at the younger Harrys, we have 2 from Diagon Alley, we have 1 to represent year 1, and we have 1 to represent year 2. We also get this year 1 version of Harry inside the Hedwig buildable character, and then we have a new variant of the year 2 casual clothes Harry minifigure that comes in the 4 Privet Drive. Only difference compared to the previous one is that this one has black legs compared to the dark gray. And now getting a little older with our Harry minifigures, we have one from the Minifigure Accessory set right there, which does reuse a bunch of parts from 2018 and 2019. We have the one from the Hogwarts Room of Requirement, which I really love that torso print, same facial expression as all the rest of these characters other than the CMF variant. We do get that reused torso piece like I mentioned before for this minifigure version of Harry Potter, a casual year 5. And then we get probably one of my favorite Harry Potters in this entire wave, that being the year 6 collectible minifigures that not only comes with a very nice exclusive print of the Prince's book, but we do get some very nice leg printing right there, all the way from the very bottom of the feet up to the very top of the belt piece. Very nice printing for that torso as well, and I do really love the dark gray sweatshirt for that minifigure. And then we get a new double-sided facial expression for this version of Harry. And then finally, for the second time, we have Harry inside his Slug Club Christmas Party outfit, which I do really like getting in Lego form. And then zooming out once more, here's just a quick look at the back of these characters if you are interested in that. Ron Weasley only got 4 new variants in this year, one in Diagon Alley to represent year 2, and then the rest of these representing year 6 right there. This one comes in the Burrow, that one comes in the Astronomy Tower, and then the final one is from the CMF. Definitely my favorite has to be the collectible minifigures one, just because of the leg printing right there, in addition to the arm printing, just very well done by Lego. And then we also do get a new facial expression compared to the ones that we saw back in 2019 and 2018. We also do see a repeat torso piece from the Hagrid's Hut Buckbeak's Rescue right there for that year 6 variant of Ron, which is a little disappointing, but it's fine I guess. And then we do get a new torso print for the latter 2 over there. Here's a quick look at the back printing if you are interested in that. Here are all 5 of the Hermione Granger variants that we got in the year 2020. We do get a similar version compared to the Harry and Ron from Diagon Alley right there, representing a year 2 version of Hermione. And then we jump all the way to year 5 with 2 variants, and then 2 variants from year 6. Definitely the year 5 variants are really interesting. We do get 2 different hair pieces for those versions. We have the one from the Hogwarts Room of Requirement, and then we have the one from the Forbidden Forest set, which I also did include that little accessory that you can give to Grob, which I really love that they include that as an additional play feature in that one set. And then finally we have her version from the Slug Club Christmas Party, which I do really love that outfit for her character. Very nice dual molding and printing on her legs. And then we also do get this variant from the collectible minifigures, which also introduced that butterbeer mug that I forgot to mention before with Ron, but that's a very nice accessory introduced in the CMF line. Very nice leg printing right there with the dual molding, and very nice torso print, new facial expression for her character as well. So yeah, that's all for Hermione Granger. Looking at the Weasley Twins, this is the second and third time we ever got them in Lego form, which I'm really happy that we finally got them yet again, and even with exclusive facial expressions. Right here we have Fred Weasley from the CMF as well as Diagon Alley, and then we have George Weasley on this other side from the same sets. Now when it comes to the CMF variants, we do get very similar outfits for both of these characters. We have one open outfit and then we have one closed outfit, and then we also do get different accessories for both of these characters. We get the Marauders map as a 2x2 print, which I really love, and then we also do get this Goblet of Fire reference right here with the gambling, which I do really appreciate them including. In addition, we do get this very nice new hair hat combo for that version, and then we do use the same facial expressions for both the Diagon Alley and the CMF variants of Fred and George Weasley. We do have the alternate facial expressions being shown between those characters, and then I also do really love like the individuality that they have for the suits right there from the Diagon Alley versions. Very well done by LEGO, and there's some back prints if you were interested in seeing those. 2020 also brought us some new versions of Ginny Weasley since her last appearance back in 2010-2011. We have a year 2 variant right here from Diagon Alley, which still that facial expression is a reused facial expression that I'm not a fan of. Torso print is fine, and then she also does have the accessory of the Lockhart book, which is a sticker. Would have liked to see that as a print still the same. CMF variant is probably my favorite out of the 3 Ginnies that we got in 2020, just because we do get a new hairpiece and the facial expression fits her a little bit better than this one, which I believe was a reuse of the Daphne from Scooby-Doo. And then we do get some very nice leg printing right there with the dual molds, and then the final version is of course from the Burrow with a new torso piece but a reused facial expression. I do really like getting that hair piece yet again. That's one of my favorite hair pieces that was introduced back in 2010 for her character. So yeah, that's all for Ginny Weasley. There's a look at her back prints. Looking at some of the parents in the Wizarding World for the very first time from the collectible minifigure series, we have Lily and James Potter right there. Lily Potter comes with a baby Harry, and James comes with this very nice portrait, which is probably better than the sticker that we get in the 4-Privet Drive set. In addition, for the second time in LEGO form, we have Arthur Weasley, and then for the second and third time, we have these 2 new variants of Molly Weasley. Lily and James Potter came out very nice, and I'm really happy that they actually put them in the CMF series because I don't think we would ever get their minifigures otherwise. I do really love their facial expressions. I think they did a very nice job with that, and their outfits turned out very well with some of the leg printing and all of that. It's just really amazing by LEGO. Molly Weasley, I think, is missing skirt printing, and I am not really too much of a fan of the reused facial expression, which is a reused facial expression from Helga Hufflepuff back in 2018. Arthur Weasley, I think that they definitely nailed his facial expression in addition to that torso piece. Would have liked to see some leg printing, but overall I think that that's probably my favorite out of the Burrow minifigures. Other than that, here's a quick look at some of the back prints right there. Yet again, no back printing on the skirt. Would have liked to see some printing on those. LEGO also continued with a lot of the House Unity in 2020, so here are our students from Gryffindor and Hufflepuff. Right here we get 2 different students from Gryffindor, that being Neville Longbottom and Parvati Patil, who we saw for the very first time in LEGO form right here in her Yule Ball outfit. She does have the same facial expression as her sister and very similar printing, just different colors for the dress to tell them apart. And then in addition for Hufflepuff, we did get Hannah Abbott right here for the very first time in the minifigure accessory pack. Now overall, probably my favorites out of here has to be the new Neville Longbottom variants, which I do really love the version from the CMF right there, a year 3 variant with the mid-sized legs. We do get a new accessory of the Monster Book of Monsters, which is just an amazing piece. Really happy that they included that there. Really hope that they do make more of those in the future. And then we have a waiter Neville Longbottom from the Astronomy Tower, which I absolutely love that minifigure. I think that they did a wonderful job with that. His facial expression is a little goofy, but I do really love how that character turned out, and it's an amazing reference to Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. And then finally, the last character who I haven't talked about a lot is Hannah Abbott right here, who is rocking the Hufflepuff robes in a cheaper set, $14.99 for that minifigure accessory pack. Really awesome that we got all 4 of those torsos in one set. But her facial expression is a reused facial expression from none other than Fleur Delacour, which I just find really interesting that they decided to go that route. Do really like getting that hairpiece though. That is also a very nice hairpiece for her character. But other than that, that's really all I have to say for these characters. Here's a quick look at their back prints. Also, this year was quite big for getting a lot of different Ravenclaw characters right here. Only new variant from Ravenclaw is Padma Patil right here inside her Yule Ball outfit. Like I said, very similar to her sister who's in Gryffindor. And then in addition, we got 2 new variants for Cho Chang, one from the Minifigure Accessory Pack, one from the Yule Ball, and then we got 3 new variants for Luna Lovegood, one from the CMF, one from the Astronomy Tower, and then one from the Hogwarts Room of Requirement. Overall, Luna Lovegood turned out very, very nice this year. We did get a new facial expression for the 2020 variant, in addition to getting a new facial expression for the CMF variant. The CMF variant also has a hairpiece in addition to that lion hat, which I just think is really amazing. That piece, very well done by LEGO choosing that character. And also, I do really love all the small references like the butterbeer cork necklace right there for the year 5 variant of Luna. I think that they just did a wonderful job with her character overall. When it comes to Cho Chang, still have to complain when it comes to the color of her skin. It does not look like that in the film, so I don't know why they chose that. Hopefully they will fix it someday. We'll have to wait and see. Do really love getting the Ravenclaw torso piece right there inside the minifigure pack, but other than that, really no complaints with her character, other than the fact that her dress color is incorrect to the source material, which I only just noticed. You know, I like the printing on it. That's really the best part of that particular piece, but overall, we will have to wait and see if LEGO does actually do any improvements on these characters. They have been slowly improving every single Harry Potter minifigure over the last few years, which I just think is really crazy. You know, who knows what'll happen in 2021 this year. It's just going to be really exciting to see what they do with all these new sets that are releasing later on in the year. We also got 4 versions of Draco Malfoy in 2020, one from Diagon Alley representing a Year 2 version, one inside the Monster Book of Monsters promo representing Year 3, and then the latter 2 are representing Year 5/6 and mainly Year 6 right there. When it comes to the torso printing, definitely love the 2 torso prints that we get for both of the Year 2 and the Year 6 variants of Draco. We do get a reuse facial expression when it comes to these 3 variants, and then we do get the same torso print between these, just the mid-sized legs and the hairpiece switch between these characters. Also, still have to complain when it comes to the hair color right there. I just wish that they could go back to that regular blonde color, because Draco's hair does not look this bright yellow. It is too cartoony to me, at least in my opinion, and I do have the same problem when it comes to Lucius, which I'll mention again later on, but there's a quick look at their back prints if you were interested in that. Here are all of the teachers that we got this year in 2020, minus Rubius Hagrid, who was a repeat. We did get a lot of new teachers within this wave, which I'm really happy about. Just starting off to this side, I definitely love that new version of Dumbledore that we got of the Richard Harris version. Really amazing Year 2/1 variant of his minifigure with a new hair hat combo. Very nice beard recolor in white compared to the light gray that we saw for the previous Year 1/2 versions of Dumbledore. And then I absolutely love the torso and dress printing right there. I just think that they did a wonderful job with his character. In addition, we get a new molded piece for Fox the Phoenix, which I really love that they finally made us a new molded piece for that character instead of giving it as a sticker or a brick built character or any of that they have done in the past 2 years. I just think that they did a wonderful job with that one character, just absolutely out of the door amazing. Also, for the very first time in these light flesh tones, we have Gilderoy Lockhart, who came in Diagon Alley. Just another very nice minifigure who does have an exclusive double-sided facial expression, which I will have to show. Double-sided cape right there with the lavender on the back and the yellow in the front. Just a very well-designed minifigure. And then finally over here, another CMF character who we got is Professor Pomona Sprout right here. Very nice torso and skirt printing just like Dumbledore. She does come with one accessory being a Mandrake right there. And then we also do get this new hair hat combo piece right there, which is also being used in one of the 2021 sets that I have yet to review. I will be doing a comparison of those later on in a book comparison video, so look forward to that. And then our last 2 characters over here are Dolores Umbridge, who comes inside the Forbidden Forest set, and then we have a new version of Horace Slughorn, who comes in the Astronomy Tower. Now, taking a look at these characters compared to the previous ones that we saw back in 2018 within the Bricktober pack, we did get some updated printing when it comes to these characters. We do get very similar facial expressions, though Umbridge does have a different facial expression from the back, which I also really love. And then we do get the same hair pieces, other than the fact that this version of Horace Slughorn doesn't have those little light gray highlights from the very side of his hair. And here's a quick look at the back printing in addition to the alternate facial expressions if you were interested in that. We also got most of the Dursley family for the very first time in 4 Privet Drive. We did see Vernon Dursley previously back in 2002's version of 4 Privet Drive, so I'm very happy that we're finally getting the whole family all at once right there. We do have more of a year 1/2 setting when it comes to the torso prints and the facial expressions for these minifigures, which I do really love how these characters turned out. Probably some of the best characters in the wave right there. Very nice facial expressions from the friends, and then turning them around. Here's a quick look at the back printing for these two, as well as all the alternate facial expressions. 2 new members of the Order of the Phoenix also appeared this year, one from the CMF being Kingsley Shacklebolt, and one from the Burrow being this version of Nymphadora Tonks. Overall, I would really like to see a year 5 variant of Tonks sometime in the future. Maybe we'll get lucky this year in 2021. But either way, torso print is okay, hairpiece is fine, I guess, and then the facial expression, I'm not sure if that's a reused facial expression or not, but still it's okay for her character. Would have really liked to see a year 5 variant, like I keep saying, just one variant that I would really love to see from Harry Potter at this time. As for Kingsley Shacklebolt, I think that they did a very nice job with his character, also giving us that broom piece inside that dark brown color, which I believe was new for this year 2020. Very nice arm printing and very nice leg printing and very nice torso printing with this new under the neck accessory right there, which I don't even think was necessary for them to do, but it's fine, still the same. It's just giving us extra details when it comes to these 2 new characters. We also got a number of new characters from Diagon Alley right here. 3 of these are from the actual Diagon Alley set. And then we have our 1 minifigure of Griphook right here, the Goblin, from the collectible minifigures wave. Now, originally in Diagon Alley, a lot of people were hoping that we would also see Gringotts Wizarding Bank, but that wasn't the case, so we did end up getting this character in the CMF. We will hopefully be seeing an extension piece to the current Diagon Alley system in this year 2021, so look forward to me getting that eventually, hopefully, and doing a comparison, of course. But overall, taking a look at these characters, we did get Garrick Ollivander for the 3rd time in LEGO form since 2018 and 2011. Very nice updates to his character, giving us a new torso piece, in addition to a new double-sided facial expression. We also did get the introduction of this new wand box mold right there, which I think is very nice. I'll show that closer up in Ollivander's shop. We also did get this new piece right here that was introduced in the CMF line to go along with Florine Fortescue, who's appearing in Diagon Alley for the very first time in LEGO form. This is just one of the most obscure characters that we could have gotten in this set. In addition to the Daily Prophet photographer, who I wasn't really even expecting to see within Diagon Alley. I just think it's another very weird and obscure character to have seen LEGO decide to make within the set. And then finally, I do have to talk about Griphook, who has some very nice arm printing, in addition to this new hair-ear combo for his character, which will definitely change the way that we see goblins within the future from LEGO. Probably my most favorite part is that new molded piece right there, that dual molded piece for the Sword of Godric Gryffindor, which is just amazing that they finally made that. I have no doubt at all that we're going to be seeing that in 2021 sets. I just think it was something that LEGO needed to make, and I'm really happy that it finally exists. And then here's a quick look at their back printing if you're interested in that. Taking a look at some of the bad guys right here, we have Lucius Malfoy, whose facial expression is a reused facial expression that I don't like. Torso print is nice, really like that they were able to reuse this piece to continue his overall styling of his outfit. Hair color does not suit his character. Facial expression, did I say that it sucks? Yeah, I did. It's not great. I really would love to see them update this character sometime in the future. Maybe we'll get lucky next year in 2021. We'll have to cross our fingers. Hopefully it's not set in stone. As for these other 2 characters, we have Fenrir Greyback from the Burrow, and then from the new Harry Potter Visual Dictionary book, we have this version of Tom Riddle from Year 2 Chamber of Secrets. I do really love the printing for his torso, and then we have a facial expression which did actually just recently become a reused facial expression that we also saw in the Star Wars theme within the AT-AT, which is a little disappointing that they did reuse that right off the bat, but you know, still very nice updates to Fenrir Greyback compared to the previous one that we saw back in 2010, and then Lucius Malfoy just didn't really do it for me this year. I just still think that the 2010-2011 variant is my favorite out of those characters. We also got 2 new variants of Bellatrix Lestrange. We only previously saw her back in 2010 inside this particular outfit, and I still think that the 2010 variant of this version of Bellatrix is far more superior because this one does have a reused facial expression and no printing on the skirt compared to this one from the collectible minifigures that has printing on the skirt, arm printing, and even a facial expression to be proud of right there. I just really love the facial expression on the CMF one. We'll definitely probably end up switching those out sometime in the future, unless they actually release a new version of her character next year in 2021. Hairpiece is the same from back in 2010, which, you know, no complaints on that. Back printing is still very nice, and really love the overall styling of that CMF variant right there. Very, very well done by LEGO. Yet again, CMF wins overall when it comes to certain minifigures for this wave. And then finally we have our last 2 characters who didn't really fit in a category other than Chamber of Secrets minifigures. We have Dobby from 4 Privet Drive, and then we have Moaning Myrtle from the CMF Series 2. Now, Dobby has a slightly different torso print and also a new print for his face right there with a more open mouth smile compared to the regular smile that we saw in the CMF variant from 2018. We also do get those dual molded short legs right there, which is very nice to see. And then when it comes to Moaning Myrtle's minifigure, we do use the mid-sized legs to represent her character, and then more of this blue look for the ghost feeling to her character, which compared to Nearly Headless Nick that we saw back in 2018, I do have to complain that they didn't keep it consistent when it comes to the ghost characters, though who knows, maybe this is the direction LEGO is going to try going in the future. We will have to wait to see if they do release any more ghost characters in the future. Maybe we'll get lucky, we'll have to wait and see like I said. But overall, I do really like her character, and the coloring does fit with the area that she actually exists in, which, you know, is fine. And then we do get a new version of Tom Riddle's diary right there, which is just another very nice accessory to see included, and even a regular version of it, not the stabbed version that we saw with Dobby back in 2018. So yeah, that's all for our minifigure selection. Let's get right into everything. Okay, so here is everything all together. I did have to use some supports in the back to make it so everything could be seen. I also had a little bit of fun setting this up, as you can see, with some of the things up on top of Diagon Alley. So before we take a look at these individually, here's a quick montage of this display with everything released in 2020. The only polybag that we get is set number 30420, Harry Potter and Hedwig Owl Delivery. This set includes one minifigure of Harry Potter who we previously saw back in 2018 as well as 2019, so that character isn't really too special. As for the builds, we do get Hedwig, which this is a new Hedwig mold for this year 2020. Really amazing that they actually made an open wing Hedwig mold. Hopefully they do start using this in other colors in the future, which we do have Hedwig delivering Harry's Nimbus 2000, which I just think it's an amazing reference to year one, in addition to getting like a small little piece of the Gryffindor table from the Great Hall, which this is a bigger table than the ones that we actually get in the Great Hall set. It is a similar build to some other tables that we have seen before, which they love to give us tables in the Lego Harry Potter theme, as they do like to give us trees. On top of this table we get some pastries as well as some goblets in that golden color and one chicken piece on that plate right there, and you can actually set your character of Harry right behind the table if you so desire. So yeah, that's all that I have to say for this small build. We also did get one promo set of the Monster Book of Monsters. This is set number 30628 and includes one minifigure of Draco Malfoy, who is exclusive due to the arrangement of parts, but otherwise you can find those in other versions of his character. When it comes to the build for the Monster Book of Monsters, we do get one main play feature for this set, which I do really love them including, being the fact that you can push down from the back and then have it chomp up whatever's in front of it. We also do get some stickers for some of the details from the front of the book, where we have the title, The Monster Book of Monsters, split between there, a little bit of fur, and then the eyes for the main front area of the book. You can also take a look from the front where we have the teeth and the little tongue that you can move using the ball joint. You have some other little spiky pieces all around as well, connected using some clip pieces. You can take a look at the spine of the book, which you can stroke to calm the monster book down right there. You can also take a look from the bottom where we have the wheels, which also allows you to take a look at the Technic functions inside that allows this book to chomp from the side like such. We also got our first minifigure pack under set number 40419, Hogwarts Students Accessory Set. This includes minifigures of Harry Potter, Draco Malfoy, Cho Chang, and Hannah Abbott right there for the very first time. This is also the first set to include one of each of the house torso pieces, which I do have to appreciate them doing that. But putting the minifigures aside, we do get only one build, being this little cabinet right here with some books. One of the books is an actual book piece, so if you remove that and open it up, we do not get anything exciting in there, which, you know, would have liked to see the Wingardium Leviosa spell at least within there, but, you know, it's fine. I guess it's an extra little book that you can put in storage right there. Little cabinet area from the bottom, some golden studs for the top and the bottom. You can take a look from the back and the bottom of the build. Nothing really too exciting for it though. Looking at our first regular retail set, we have set number 75966, Hogwarts Room of Requirement. This includes minifigures of Harry Potter, Hermione Granger, and Luna Lovegood. In addition, we also do get this Death Eater dummy, which I think is a really nice inclusion with an exclusive torso print and facial expression. Also, with our minifigures of Hermione Granger and Luna Lovegood, for the very first time, we have their Patronuses, that being Hermione's Otter Patronus, and then Luna's Bunny Patronus. Very cool to see those for the very first time in LEGO form to go along with the stag from 2019. Moving back to the final overall model for this set, we also do get one other little accessory right here, being this bulletin board, which has some references to the Order of the Phoenix, like the actual First Order of the Phoenix picture right there, which I just think is an amazing reference, even giving us our first look at Lily and James Potter, I guess as a tease to the collectible minifigures that at the time we didn't really know too much about. We also do get the picture of Cedric Diggory and some more of those Ministry breakout posters right there. Very nice to see that. Small little build, extra little accessory, very nice references. And then finally, we do have this little extension to Hogwarts. We do get the pin pieces from each side, so you can actually attach this to other sections if you so desire, but I honestly don't think that makes any sense. I just put this in the middle of my Hogwarts display since I have it in more of a circle than a regular sort of layout, if you get what I mean. I will show that in a later video. But still, I think that this is a very interesting build. Not really too much of a fan of the translucent blue that we have, since you can't actually see behind that, so Umbridge can easily see what's going on within the room of requirement, which I find rather scary and disappointing right there. We also do have this very nice fireplace where we have a sticker from the very back of that. You can see some flames in there as well. We have this that you can push down as a play feature to show from the front, which I'll show in a minute. And then of course we do get the main door, which you can actually open and close to get into and out of the room of requirement, which makes more sense when you actually turn this around and you see that we have this brick wall area that you can push to the side to actually reveal the door, which makes sense as this room is normally hidden, so that's very nice that LEGO did include that as a small little reference to get in and out of the room of requirement right there. Just very nice slide back and forth for that. And then finally, the most exciting references within the set have to be the Ministry Decrees right here, which I just love that LEGO actually put those as stickers right there. Would have liked to see more of them, and I don't think this is where they are when it actually comes to Hogwarts, but you know, still it's a very nice touch as a reference to Order of the Phoenix. And then like I said, there was an area from the very back of the fireplace that you can push down to knock them off the walls, or at least most of them off the walls. Not that one you just have to do physically, but you know, still very cool as a reference right there to Order of the Phoenix. Our next regular retail set is set number 75967, Forbidden Forest Umbridge's Encounter. This set includes minifigures of Harry Potter, Hermione Granger, and Professor Dolores Umbridge. In addition, for the very first time in LEGO form, we get 2 of these centaurs. They are unnamed characters. Would have really liked to see Firenze at least. That would be super cool to see in the future. Maybe like some book references. That would be really amazing. But we also do get this giant brick-built character, Grob, for the very first time in LEGO form, Hagrid's half-brother. Very cool to see him appear within the set. Something that just, it blew my mind when I saw that for the very first time in LEGO form, so that's just really amazing that LEGO is finally getting into some Order of the Phoenix stuff, since previously we haven't seen anything other than one set. So just removing our characters, we might as well look at the centaurs, because I did not look at those in the minifigure selection. I did give them their 2 facial expressions from the very front. If you take a look at that, there's the 2 alternate facial expressions. They do use the Dumbledore hairpiece, the newer style one, inside that black color. And then we do get this new hip attachment area of like a leg attachment, which looks really amazing. They did use this in a recent CMF for CMF Series 21, but in a different color, so very cool to see it for the very first time here, and that they are using it in other themes and stuff like that. Printing for both the front and back of the torso if you're interested in that. We also have our very first giant from the Harry Potter theme, that being Grob, which is Hagrid's half-brother. Really amazing to see this character in LEGO form. We do get quite a couple stickers for some of the detailings, like these tile pieces from both the bottom of his legs and also for the very top of his chest to show off his body as well as his clothing and stuff like that. We do get the arms that are connected using these ball joints right here, so you can move those up and down and to the side right there. And then we also do get the big fig hand pieces inside that tan color just to go along with the flesh tone of this character. Not a fan that they are using the light gray and dark gray pieces for the ball joints. Hopefully they do produce those in different colors in the future. It would be very nice. We also do get the Technic connection right here, the pin connection for the feet, so you can move those up and down, so you can have him sitting down underneath the tree, or you can just pretend that he's walking and stuff like that. His head is also turnable. You can turn that from side to side, and we get a print from the very front of that circular wall element piece. That's very cool. We get his ears, and then his hair, I think, is very well done by LEGO right there. When it comes to the very back of him, it's nothing really too special. You just see the anti-studs being shown from the very back, which I would have liked to see if they actually did something there just to fix that up so he didn't just look weird from the back. But you know, it's fine, I guess. You know, you're pretty much gonna have him from the very front, and then you even have his belly just as an extra little bit coming out to show that he has a little bit of fat on him, so that's also very cool. I really love this figure. It's just something that I never thought that LEGO would make, and I'm happy that it exists. Yes, we did get another tree build in this set. It isn't the best tree build, but it's another tree build, which I'm happy to get still the same. We do get one function in here that's an actual hidden function that you can open up to reveal some hidden objects for Grob, and you also do get one other reference with your Hermione minifigure that I showed before, being that front of a bicycle with the little bell, so that's another really cool thing as a reference that you can put on that clip piece that's within the tree area. You can close that right up, you get some chicken legs and stuff like that in there. Overall, the tree build, you know, it's what it is. I would have liked to see it go a little bit taller. We do get some new pieces, like this piece is brand new for this year, I believe. And you do get a spider off a spider web up there, and some other green leafy pieces in various colors, the regular green and the olive green. From the very top, some mushrooms coming out, and even some of those sausage pieces right there inside that sand green color. So yeah, that's all for the builds for this set. For our next regular retail set, we have set number 75968 for Privet Drive. This set includes minifigures of Harry Potter, Ron Weasley, Dobby the House Elf, as well as Vernon, Dudley, and Petunia Dursley, completing our Dursley family right there. Very amazing to get them for the very first time in LEGO form, both Petunia and Dudley. So removing our characters, we're going to take a look at all of these smaller builds. First of all, can't be Privet Drive without the Privet Drive sign right outside the area, which we have this on a 1x4 sticker from the very front. Very interesting building on the side being used there, and some jumper plates. And we also do get another owl right here just as a year 1 reference, since this set is based off both year 1 and 2. Our first year 2 reference is this floating cake, where you can have Dobby float this cake around, though we do not have the Masons in this set, which would have been very interesting to see them within the set as well, but you know, it's fine. And there are some other things in the house that I think are missing, which I will talk about. For the second time in this Harry Potter reboot line, we also have the Weasleys flying Ford Angula car inside this lighter blue color. Very nice to see it again, though this one does not fix the problem that the previous one had that we got back in 2018, which is kind of disappointing. It is kind of similar. We also do get the same door pieces that we got inside that 2018 one with the prints from the very side, so you know, that's I guess a nice little fact right there. And then we do get the stickers right here just as some more like stability when it comes to like the interior area. You can lift this up like such. We only get the one steering wheel, which is centered, which is kind of weird, but you can stack both your characters one behind the other, and you can't fit more than 2 characters, which are the Harry and Ron, that are included within this vehicle, which is kind of disappointing. Like I said, front of the car doesn't open. We do get the mirrors and all of the regular car stuff from the front, the lights, as well as the license plate, which is a sticker. We also do get the license from the back, which is stickered on this area that you can also lift up, which reveals the trunk area, which has one of these suitcases in addition to this accessory that you can bring right out, which works in par with the house. So if I bring the house out and I do clip this area to the very top, Harry's window, which we have these bars on Harry's window, you can drive the car back to set Harry free from the Dursleys, and you can have Harry jump right out that window if you want to. When it comes to the main house itself, I do really love the exterior. It looks really amazing. We do get some stickered references, of course, the 4 for Privet Drive, and then all of those letters stuck inside the door. I think that's another very nice reference. We get a sticker from the very back of the door, which has it all nailed up, which is another really interesting thing to see. We get some plant life right outside, some windows, and this very nice tan and dark tan color scheme from the front. You also do get like the pipes, the gutters up here. I just think it's really interesting how they did include all of that kind of stuff going on over here. We do get another one of those open wing Hedwig molds in this set, so that's also pretty cool to see. We get like the chimney area, as well as just the roofing. I think is very well done with all of these slope pieces. Very nicely done by LEGO during this period. Moving to the very side of the Dursleys' house, we do get this little area that can open if you just pull on this light to reveal the under the stair area where you can have Harry sleep. I think that's another very nice reference within the set, so you can just plop Harry down underneath there. He's also stored with the broom and the shovel, so you know, Harry, if he has any good ideas while he's sleeping, he can grab those and go out the other end. So that's just very weird that they did include that as well. But you know, still not really complaining about that. That's just a very interesting thing that they included. Though when it comes to the interior, my one complaint is the fact that we do not get the kitchen, which is really a prominent place when it comes to the Dursleys' house. I would have really loved to see them include it. They did include it in the previous version, which, you know, would have been nice if they included it here, but we do get the sitting room, and then Harry's bedroom, which of course has to take up the entire top floor. So I do have to complain about the blue that they use. I'm not really too much of a fan of them just using the regular bricks. Would have liked to see them do something different there, but you know, it's fine. It's good for what it is, I guess. But we might as well start right here with the bottom floor, where we do get Vernon Dursley's chair as well as the couch sitting area. You can sit your characters around that area. And then we also do get the chimney, which has a portrait of the Dursley family right above it. Very nice to see that as a sticker reference. From the very outside of the house, we also do get this little hole that you can plop these letters in. First of all, you gotta make sure that the gear system is all set together. You can just plop 1, 2, and 3 of these letters in there. Those are printed tiles that we have seen in the past. But then when we come back to the chimney area, you can turn this back like such, and that will allow the letters to slide. It doesn't work every time, but you know, you gotta be careful with how things work right there. You can see like inside that little area how you have an area that can go up and down. From the very top floor, we have Harry's bedroom. We do get some stickers to show us that, where we have like some Hogwarts references. We get a Daily Prophet, and then we have another sticker of Lily and James Potter. We do get a printed version of that picture within the CMF line, and then we also do get this small little bed area right where you can also pull out. That will allow Harry to escape the Dursleys within the flying forward, which, like I said, that is connected using those jumper plates. One of the tallest sets in the wave is set number 75969, Hogwarts Astronomy Tower. This set includes minifigures of Harry Potter, Ron Weasley, Hermione Granger, Luna Lovegood, Neville Longbottom, Draco Malfoy, as well as Horace Slughorn. Within the set, we do get one smaller build, being this little table, which has some goodies on it, where you have these little cupcakes, as well as some waffles. I guess that's what Slughorn is serving to his guests, and some other pastries, and a chocolate fountain in the background, which I do really like seeing included, and some more of these just trans-clear goblet pieces. I do like the building style for this. I think LEGO did a very nice job, some building on the side all around for that, and also using the poop piece because that's what minifigures like to eat, and yeah, that's all that I have to say for this small little build. Overall, I think that this build looks really amazing. We do have a very nice exterior, but the interior does need a little bit of work. So just taking a quick look from the bottom up, we do get quite a couple of stickers for some extra details. We have a door from the very front. I do love like the architecture from the front, as well as just like the pillars right here. Not a fan of the sand green mixing with the dark gray. I thought that they got rid of that, but you know, they're just teasing me at this point with that, but you know, it's fine, I guess. We do get an opening just so then the Death Eaters can get in. That's very nice. You get a very big tower right here with some windows, some more sticker brick walls right there. And then you can move all the way up to the top where you have the Astronomy Tower itself. I think it looks very nice. A lot of pillars and stuff going on. And of course, if this set wasn't any different, we do get one more of those Hedwig pieces with the wings spread open up at the top. So yeah, that's all for the exterior. We're going to take a look first at the greenhouse, so that allows us to move over to the side. We do get some Technic pin connections for this and for the main big part of the tower as well. So disconnecting the greenhouse right here, I do think that this is a very interesting build. This is the second time that we ever got it in LEGO form. First time was back in 2007 with the Order of the Phoenix. But in here we do have some year 2 references, at least as far as I can see, where we get these mandrakes, which do feature a new print compared to some other ones that we have seen in the past right there. I believe this might even be the same print that we saw this year in the 2021 Herbology Classroom set, but putting that right back in there, we do get a total of 4 of those prints, which is very exciting, as well as some scissors if you want to cut them up, and you can also remove the very top area over here just if you want some extra accessibility within the greenhouse. And then we also get the front door area if you if you want to open that up to get inside. The interior of the main front area has some candles up at the top, some smaller candles, and then the regular candle that we saw introduced back in 2018. We also do get a sticker reference on this book from the very front, which this is your regular advanced potion book right here, not the Half-Blood Prince version that we get within the CMF. But we also do get another sticker in there just for some extra writing. Nothing really too special. We do get one of those within the set, so then if you want to, you can give that to Ron. And then we also have some other little potion ingredient stuff going on. I believe this party was supposed to be in Slughorn's office, if not an empty classroom or something like that. But either way, you know, this is just some more potions references since we do get Slughorn within this set. And then finally, that does bring us to the main Astronomy Tower area, which we do get some interesting interiors. First one, we get these little lanterns right here, some party lanterns. We get a broom right there that you can give to Draco if you want. And then we start seeing these white window frames even leading up all the way over here. I don't know why we have white window frames when they could have given us tan ones. Maybe that wasn't in the budget, but you know, really that's my only complaint with the set, just that color correction needs to be done within there. We do get Slughorn's office, where we do get the hourglass is a very interesting reference right there. Some more book stickers, and then his desk where he can sit down his minifigure. Moving up a little bit, we have the Ravenclaw Dormitory, where we have two of these Ravenclaw beds. Very nice sticker reference right there in the back. And then we also do get this book right here, which I believe is supposed to be Unfogging the Future, so that's very nice to see. And then we do get the same sticker with the inside right there that we got for the Advanced Potion book. From the very top, we do get more of an astronomy looking area where we have this globe right there front and center. You can have Harry and Draco fighting up here if you want to. And then we have probably one of the more interesting areas where we also do get a similar build that we see also in Diagon Alley with this scroll with some stars mapped out on there. And then we also do get one of these telescopes right there, so then you can look at the stars. So yeah, that's all that I have to say for the interior of this set. Also this year we got our second D2C in the Harry Potter reboot line, that being set number 75978, Diagon Alley. This set includes minifigures of Harry Potter from years 1 and 2, Ron Weasley, Hermione Granger, Ginny Weasley, Draco Malfoy, Fred Weasley, George Weasley, Molly Weasley, Rubeus Hagrid, Garrick Ollivander, Florian Fortescue, Gilderoy Lockhart, Lucius Malfoy, and the Daily Prophet photographer. So getting closer into the set, we're going to start by taking a look at the front, and then we're going to look at the interior with our minifigures interacting. So for the very first shop, we have Ollivander's Wand Shop, which I think they did a very nice job improving the shop since 2011. Right there, we have Mr. Ollivander right in front of his shop. We do get some translucent yellow windows from the very front of that, and then we also do get some very nice sticker details all around it for like the logos and stuff like that. Very top of the building also looks very amazing. Moving over here right next to that shop, we also have Scribblus right here with some more very nice sticker details and a very nice dark blue color to that. We also have Lucius and his son Malfoy right in the front of that shop. Moving over here, we have quality Quidditch supplies for the very second time in LEGO form. I think they did a wonderful job with the front of that shop. A lot of very nice building styles within the set. Like I said, a lot of very nice sticker details as well. Very top, I'm not really too much of a fan of how that looks right there with the Daily Prophet office to the side. I just think that they could have gotten rid of that shop and had quality Quidditch supplies all by itself. That would have been very nice if they did that just as one shopping location in this area. That would have been a little bit of a better approach, at least in my opinion. Right next to that, we have Florian Fortescue's Ice Cream Parlor. Very nice references to the source material right there, including this right there. Very nice that they did capture that in this set. Very bottom over here, we have Florian Fortescue giving out some ice cream to Ginny while Molly's watching. We also have some very nice building styles for those chairs in the background. And then we have another very nice accessory right in front of Flourish and Blots right there, where we have Lockhart signing his books. Another very nice Year 2 reference. Really love how they did that. Lots of very nice stickered and printed pieces in this set for all of the details that go on for these buildings. Over here we have Nocturne Alley, which is just a very crazy reference that they smashed right between both Flourish and Blots and Weasley's Wizard Wheezes. I really hope that we get an extension to the very back of this location, in addition to an extension to add Gringotts. That would be very nice in the future for the set, but overall that was something really unexpected within this little extension line. And then finally, my favorite of these buildings has to be Weasley's Wizard Wheezes. Lots of very nice colors going on here. It does pop compared to a lot of the other ones, which is accurate to the source material. Really happy with how this turned out. Face is really the only problem that I have right there with this set. Could have been a little bit better, but I still think it's fine. And lots of details all around for this building, and also an extra little accessory. And then finally, from the very front, we do get this plaque, which is inside an exclusive box at the very end of the build, that says, "Welcome Harry to Diagon Alley," said by Rubeus Hagrid in both the book and the films. And then the Lego Harry Potter logo, that is a printed 6x6 tile. Really amazing that they did include that. In addition to everything else, we did get a few exclusive prints and a lot of stickers to make the details of the very front of this shopping location. So let's take a look at the backs. Here's a quick look at the back of the Diagon Alley street location. Let's take a look over here, starting off with Weasley's Wizard Wheezes. The interior of the shop is just packed with references, even to the books, which I just think is crazy, like references like the dancing doxies and like even the staircase. I think that they did such an amazing job, and even having like the snack boxes from the very top of here, I love it. It's amazing, all the different references. There are some things that I also would have liked to see within this particular set, but I think they did a wonderful job with everything that they did include. We have over to the side here Nocturne Alley, which is pretty much nothing right now. There are some technic holes which do suggest that we could see some extensions. I'm not really too sure when we're going to be seeing those, but I hope it's soon. It's going to have to happen before this set retires, obviously. Over here we have Flourish and Blots, which we do get a lot of brick-built books within this set. Compared to the regular books, we have 2 stickered Lockhart books, and then we have our regular old Wingardium Leviosa book right there front and center, because that's so special. It is really amazing that we will be seeing some new book prints within the future of LEGO Harry Potter in 2021. Definitely we're getting 4, I think, new prints within the books. Over here we have Florian Fortescue's Ice Cream Parlor, which has a lot of very nice stuff going on in there. You do get some extra little glasses and stuff for the ice cream, and then you even get from this side a little order sheet showcasing some of the different ice cream flavors over there. And then right above this shop we do get this little area for Florian Fortescue to just relax right above his shopping location, which I do really like them putting these little hints and references right here of stuff that you normally probably wouldn't see within Diagon Alley. I think that's very nice. Right next to Quality Quidditch Supplies, we have the Daily Profit Office, which honestly has a lot of very nice references, especially on that bulletin board right there. A lot of very nice references to Harry Potter in general right there. But still, I do have to complain about some of the newspaper prints within the set were actually not printed correctly. They were like faded and stuff when I actually bought this set, so that's one downside that I just wanted to mention. If you get this set and you have faded prints, contact LEGO, because they will be able to fix your problem right away. And also it just doesn't hurt to have a few more of these in your collection either way. And you know, they do fit in if they are faded. You can just pretend that they got like water damage or something like that within the shop. But either way, Quality Quidditch Supplies, I do have to applaud them on finally giving us both the Hufflepuff and Ravenclaw Quidditch robes right here for the very first time in LEGO form. Hopefully we will be seeing like a minifigure pack or another additional set where we can get these cheaper. I know that we are going to be getting a book with the Hufflepuff robes within a Cedric Diggory minifigure, so that might be hinting towards something we could see in the future. So crossing our fingers that we see more of that. But if you guys want to see a closer look at those Quidditch robes, you guys can check out my actual review and my comparison video for this particular set. And also the top floor is very nice for it. And then you even get a little attic going on from the top. Over here we have Scribblus in addition to another little area from the very top of this shop, which, you know, there are a lot of really cool references and things going on in here. You even get an unprinted Ninjago skeleton head in there, which is just another really cool piece to actually get. And then Scribblus, you do get some more stickers just to add some details. We have Hermione looking at quills as she does, which is very nice as another little reference. And then finally we have Ollivander's wand shop, which does have a lot of different wand things going on. You do get a lot of very interesting building styles for that build, in addition to getting the wand box piece, which is just another very nice new mold to get in this year 2020, and you can actually fit a wand piece in there and then close it up off the top using one of those 1x3 tiles in any color. And like I said, we do get a lot of very cool things when it comes to the play features, like you have your minifigure of Ollivander, who can actually go up and down these stairs, which can easily close in with the rest of the model, in addition to having it out like that to get to the second floor right here, which has even more like small little wand references where he can like work in his workshop and stuff like that. I think that LEGO did a wonderful job with all of these locations, and I just can't believe like everything that they put into this model. Some of the minifigures are a little lackluster, I do have to say that. Like some of the minifigures I do have to complain about include that Lucius Malfoy with that horrible facial expression, but overall I think that they did a wonderful job with the building in this set, and a lot of the minifigures are pretty decent, especially some of the new ones that we get, like Florian Fortescue, Gilderoy Lockhart, and even the Weasley Twins, which I'm really happy we finally got in this 2020 reboot line for LEGO Harry Potter. Our next set is set number 75979, Hedwig. This set includes one minifigure of Harry Potter who is exclusive on this little plate, which can also go along with the rest of the model on that jumper plate right there, which I do really like as an extra little feature that you can just plop that right under there as a pretty nice little display to go along with the rest of the model. In addition, we also get another one of those open-winged Hedwig mold pieces that was new for this year, so that's pretty nice. Now, looking at the final overall model for this build, I think LEGO did a very nice job looking at Hedwig right here. There are some flaws here and there when it comes to certain looks, like the face is a little weird, though you do get some new printed eye pieces right there on those horseshoe pieces. We also do get these very nice wings. I love the colors of the white and the black right there for the wings. I think they did a very nice job. Lots of clip piece connections for those, even all the way towards the very back of the character. And then we do get this very nice looking stand, which has these translucent red and yellows just to show the Gryffindor colors, as this is Harry's owl Hedwig right there, and she looks just really amazing. That's really all that I have to say there. And then we also do get some stickers for a little Hogwarts letter, which is detachable from the very front. And then you get the little claws right in front as well that are connected using the clip piece, allowing you to hold on to that letter from that point. Looking at the main play feature, we have this little gear system within Hedwig, allowing you to flap her wings up and down. I just think LEGO did a very nice job with that motion, and it looks so much like a flapping bird or owl going on right there for that. And you can even see like the gear systems from the sides of the wings like that. So yeah, that's all for this build. The next tallest set in the regular set lineup is set number 75980, Attack on the Burrow. This set includes minifigures of Harry Potter, Ron Weasley, Ginny Weasley, Molly Weasley, Arthur Weasley, Nymphadora Tonks, Fenrir Greyback, as well as Bellatrix Lestrange. Taking a closer look at the Burrow, I really think LEGO nailed the build for this set. Compared to the 2010 version of the Burrow, LEGO just did an amazing job with like all the angles, a lot of really nice building features to build up this set, and the color scheme is just really nicely done. In addition to the build of the Burrow, we do get this small little fire accessory going on right here, so then you can have Harry and Ginny jumping through the fire to chase after the Death Eaters. I do really like the flame pieces using the translucent orange and translucent black right there. Very cool to see that, and then you do get the clip piece connection for these, so you can move them out of the way or towards the characters if you so desire. Now, putting that aside, the Burrow has a lot of very nice exterior looks as well as interior details. So just from the very front, the color scheme is just amazing. Like I said, get some printed pieces, you get some stickered pieces all throughout this build. Moving down here, lots of different colored windows, and even this main part right here is detachable, so you can actually take this off. It is connected using some studs. That's pretty nice right there. Can put that right back. down here. I really love all these different colored slope pieces in all those different red colors, and then the orangish brown. You get some stickers for the window areas right there. You can just see all the small little details that they took from the films to make this Burrow come to life. We also do get a small little pig pen right there with a nice little pig inside that pink color. Pretty nice to see one of those within the set. The pig pen can open and close using a clip piece. We also do get the option to move this part aside, where you can also move into this side of the interior, which is just crazy that they gave you this extra little spot of interior. If you turn this gear from the very back, you can see the flames turn from regular orange to green using the Floo powder, which I just think is really crazy that they included that as a cool little play feature reference. We also do get some firewood using some more printed pieces, a very nice printed letter piece right there. From this side we have some other little details, including this little couch that you can remove from the jumper plates and just place out in the open right there. So then you have it right there in the middle to have some characters sitting on, though you can easily store it right back there and close this right back up. It is just a simple connection with an anti-stud and a stud. We do get the very front door that you can open and close if you want to. Very nice details for the front of that as well. And then that also does bring us to the actual interior side, which is sort of like a dollhouse style, though one side of the house is completely built, and then you have this interior look from this side, which I just think they did a wonderful job. Like I keep saying, I can't say enough nice things about how LEGO made this set. We do get a hinge piece connection, so then you can actually swing out the kitchen area, so then you can get a better look back here where we have the Weasley's clock, which I really love that reference in the set. Very nicely done. We have some Floo powder up here, and then we have the main table where you have a bunch of chairs, so then you can sit down the entire Weasley family. Well, probably not the entire Weasley family, but still pretty nice. And then you have this very nice breakfast setup. You have the kitchen sink and all of that located down here as well. Moving up, we have Ginny's bedroom, which has quite a few nice references. One of which being this poster of the Weird Sisters in the very back. Interesting reference considering we should have gotten them in the advent calendar. We also do get our Quidditch team on the bed, which you can't really see too well, but you guys can check out my review for a better look at this set. Very top we have some knitting from Mrs. Weasley. In addition, from the very top over here we have the Weasley family portrait from Egypt, which I really love that reference. Amazing that LEGO actually put that in here. We also do have Molly and Arthur's bed up here, so you can put them up there. And then we have Ron's room, which I put him in his bed right up there. We also have his Quidditch team supporting all over there. We have his broomstick that he got in Order of the Phoenix. And then we have another one of those Hedwig molds in addition to Pig, which is Ron's owl, so that's also pretty nice. Also, we do get this pretty cool balcony area, so if you turn this around, you can see that you have Harry looking out from that area. You can even bring Hermione into the action over here, and you can have Harry, Ron, and Hermione all up there looking out into the distance. And like I said, it's just a really beautiful set that LEGO put here. Just like last year in 2019, we have another LEGO Harry Potter Advent Calendar, that being under set number 75981. This set includes minifigures of Harry Potter, Parvati Patil, Ron Weasley, Padma Patil, Hermione Granger, and Cho Chang. Also with our minifigures, we do get this very nice 2x3 print with your Harry minifigure of the Yule Ball invitation. Really cool to see that for the very first time in LEGO form. In addition, we do get a number of builds over the 24 days that you can open this advent calendar. So zooming in and just taking a look from this side all the way to the other side, we get some accessories for a Gryffindor common room, including a fireplace and some windows. Very nice reference of the golden egg from Goblet of Fire. We get the other little mini build that you get with your Harry character being this side table to the couch that you get. Very cool to see that. We have this mini build for Hogwarts Castle. In the background, you can also see that we have two other interesting builds of the Goblet of Fire, which I think that version is definitely one of the better ones that we've gotten compared to the one that we got back in the 2019 set. And then our third appearance of the Triwizard Cup, which is also pretty cool to see in a brick build form like that. We also have some presents right in front of the rest of the mini builds, where we also have our Beauxbaton carriage and the Durmstrang ship, which I really hope that we see a Durmstrang ship sometime in the future. That would be pretty cool to see. We also do have a Christmas tree right there instead of that more white color with the translucent blue. We get two smaller ones, which I'll show in a few seconds. We have our gramophone right there in the background, which is on top of a table with a bottle of pumpkin juice. Very nice to see that referenced in this set as well. You can even have Professor McGonagall and Ron dance to that music. That would be pretty fun to note. And then we also get a small little piano build right there with a microphone and some sheet music, a very nice printed piece in addition for that. Our two Christmas trees, and then all the way in the background we have 2 days that combine to make this larger table to go along with the two that you got back in 2019, so that's also pretty nice to get within this set. So yeah, that's all for the regular retail sets that I have in my collection. And then the final two builds for this year, we have these two Brickheadz characters. Under set number 40412, we have Hagrid and Beak. Both of these characters do not feature any new or exclusive printed pieces, other than the fact that we do get the printed Brickheadz eye pieces, which, you know, is nothing really too special as they do come on other characters. I do really like a lot of the building on the side for these characters, especially Beak is one of my favorites now. Hagrid, I think, is a little undersized compared to some of the ones that we got back in the 2018 collection, so that's really the only thing that I have to note. Very nice that he did get his pink umbrella and also a lantern as an accessory. And, you know, I think that these characters could have been a little bit bigger in size comparison to some of the other ones that we've gotten in the past, but other than that, I think they're very nice builds. Would have liked to see some new exclusive prints. That's really like the only thing that I have to say about these characters. Otherwise, they're okay, I guess. So overall, in the year 2020, we got a lot of different Harry Potter sets, including 7 regular retail sets, 1 D2C, a polybag, a promo set, a minifig pack, a CMF series, and a Brickheadz character pack. We also got a total of 74 minifigures spread throughout all of these sets, 67 of which are unique to the sets that they come in, and 9 are duplicates. Now, to purchase the entire collection of 2020 LEGO Harry Potter sets, minus the collectible minifigure characters, it would cost you about $815 plus tax in the US. To buy a full set of 16 collectible minifigs, you would need $80 to buy one of those, or a full box would cost you $300, and yes, that is just really expensive. And yes, it is really nice that LEGO has actually decreased the box size with the amount of figures as well. Compared to previous years, we got about as much as we got back in the year 2018, but even more stuff than we did in 2019, which I just think that this is one of the dream Harry Potter waves. Some of the builds in this wave were definitely amazing, especially some of the characters were really nice, though some of the characters still didn't really stand out as much as I think they could have. And that brings us all the way to rating the regular sets. Like I did in my previous 2 videos, I'm going to rate all of the regular retail sets. This does not include the D2C, the Brickheadz, or the promo and book and stuff like that. So at number 1, we have obviously the attack on the Burrow set. This is probably my favorite build of the wave other than Diagon Alley. I just think that they did a wonderful job making that set. It just looks really nice, especially like from the side that they did it. Yes, I would have liked to see them close up the entire house, but I really love how the interior does show a lot about the Weasleys for this particular build. Compared to the previous one, I just think that they did such an amazing job. The minifigure selection is also quite nice, though I do have to complain about Bellatrix's face, and I'm not really too much of a fan of the Ron Weasley minifig included, and still Ginny's face in that set doesn't really fit her character. And number 2, we have the Hogwarts Astronomy Tower. The only flaw that I find in this set are some of the miscolorings, and yet again, that's just a small fix that you can do on your own. But overall, I do really like the build. It could have been a little bit bigger, that's one thing that I do have to say about it. Minifigure selection is really nice, including a lot of very nice printed parts and some dual molded legs and stuff like that. And number 3, we have the Hogwarts Room of Requirement. This is probably one of the best $20 sets that we've gotten so far from LEGO Harry Potter. Really amazing references to Order of the Phoenix, even giving us 2 more Patronus pieces. All 3 of the minifigures are just stand out amazing in that set. I just think that they couldn't have done a better job with the characters alone in there. And like I said, just a lot of the references to Order of the Phoenix just make that set really amazing. The build, yeah, isn't that great from certain sides, but I think that they did the best that they could, and definitely it's something that you can mock upon. At number 4, I have Hedwig, which this was definitely a surprise build to me, something that I wasn't really expecting in this wave of LEGO Harry Potter sets. I do really love the feature of flapping the wings for Hedwig. I just think that they did such an amazing job with that. Minifigure is decent enough, and it also gave us one of our new pieces within the 2020 wave, being the Hedwig with the open wings. I would really like to see them expand with that piece and put it in different colors. That would be very, very nice for the future. At number 5, we have for Privet Drive. The house build could have been a little bit bigger. That's all I really have to say about that. Minifigure selection is superb, giving you the full Dursley family. Not a fan of them including the Ford Angula yet again right after having it released back in 2018. But hey, what can you do? Hopefully this set retires and we get a year 3 or maybe a Deathly Hallows version of this set. That would be really nice, and maybe even bump that price up another few dollars, removing the Ford Angula and all of that. But overall, the front of the house I think looks very nice. The interior does need some work. I would have really liked to see the kitchen in the set, and for Harry's bedroom not to take up the entire top floor. At number 6, we have the Forbidden Forest Umbridge's Encounter. This set gave us Grob for the very first time in LEGO form, in addition to the Centaurs, introducing a new leg accessory piece for them, which I think is just really amazing. A lot of people did complain that there is another tree build in here, but we do need to build up our Forbidden Forest. Out of everything that's released since 2018, this is our 4th tree build, and this is just crazy. I would have liked to see more tree builds in the future from LEGO Harry Potter. Maybe we'll see some more this year in 2021. I only say that because the Forbidden Forest is a prominent place in the Deathly Hallows, so hopefully we will be seeing more of that in the future. But as for the rest of the minifigures in here, the Harry and Hermione are, they're okay, I guess. The Hermione I definitely like more than the Harry, who does reuse a simple torso print, but the Umbridge character in here is definitely one of my favorites in that set. And then finally, that does leave us with number 7 being the Harry Potter 2020 Advent Calendar, which does give us 3 minifigures that we saw previously back in 2019 of Harry, Ron, and Hermione in their Yule Ball outfits, but it does give us 3 new Yule Ball characters, which I do really appreciate them, including both Padma and Parvati Patil, in addition to Cho Chang. Though they didn't get her dress color 100% accurate, I do think that they did a very nice job with her character. When it comes to the builds within this Advent Calendar, I do really love how they actually can add to the other stuff that you have in your collection for the Harry Potter theme, and how a lot of them connect compared to other Advent Calendars where you just get like small mini builds and stuff like that. This one actually has a purpose that can expand your Hogwarts adventure and all of that, and I'm really excited to see what they do this year in 2021 for the Advent Calendar. There's only like 2 or 3 options that I really see as something that they could do for the next one. So yeah, that has to do it for my 2020 LEGO Harry Potter collection video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This video took a while to make, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. Stay tuned for this time next year where I'll be doing my 2021 LEGO Harry Potter collection video. I just think it's crazy that I'm thinking about that already, as we do have quite a lot of very nice and exciting stuff coming out in 2021. In addition to a January wave, we are getting a summer wave with another D2C, it looks like, which is going to be very exciting. So yeah, that's pretty much all that I have to say for this video. A like would be greatly appreciated, as well as a subscribe if you're new. Don't forget to hit that bell icon to know every time I upload a new video. So yeah, that's it for now, and I will see you next time. Bye!